Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing another video for you all. So today's video is going to be Teen Wolf, Would You Rather? So I have a few questions here and I'm going to say the first question now. So the first one is, would you rather get the bite or be a werewolf hunter? I would rather get the bite just because, you'll have other people to protect you, and you'd be a part of a pack that will protect you, and that you won't be on your own. You always have someone to be there for you, and I just think having more than and I think having people to protect you from anything is actually good for me, because I like having people to protect me from other bad stuff. So yeah, and so the second one is, would you rather be an artist or be a Hale? I would rather be a Hale, just because I would love to have Derek as a because I always wanted to have Derek's because I've been chasing after Derek's approval and love for so long, that I would rather have him not like trying to not hurt me, because I don't want to go up against him, because he's too strong as a person and as a werewolf, and I want to be on the safe side, of having Derek as a friend or mentor. Either one is fine, and I really hope if I have that chance to be with him that way. The third one is, would you rather be in Theo's pack or be in Scarce's pack? I would rather be in Scarce's pack, just because in Scarce is not Theo, and Scarce is actually a really nice person that cares about your feelings and your protection, and that he will always be there for you if you're hurt or injured, or he will just be by your side if something goes wrong, and he's a really good person to have you protected by, and he will come running for you just to save your life. And I think I like that as a friend or best friend, or as anyone, because Scarce is too nice, and Scarce is the opposite of Theo. He's good. He's all good, and he's also really quite serious, which I love about Scarce, because not everyone in Teamwork is serious. Like some of them are like kind of like clever and sarcastic, but Scarce is all himself, and he knows what's best. Even though the plan might be crazy or get you killed, it's still a plan. And I don't really care what the plan is. I just want to be a part of it. So yeah, but I'd be in Scar's pack. So the next question is, would you rather hook up with Derek or with Scott? Well, Scott has a lot of girlfriends, like to Allison, to Kira. He has like 2 girlfriends since he didn't. No, wait, no, sorry. He went out with 3 girls: Allison, then Kira, then Malia. So yeah, and like I wouldn't hook up with Scott. I'll probably just like date him as a normal human being that doesn't know what's going on in her life, or as a werewolf, or it doesn't really matter how I live my life in Teen Wolf. I just want to be with Scott at that moment in that time. So yeah, but I wouldn't hook up with him. I wouldn't. Because if I want to hook up with someone, it'd probably be with Derek. Since, Derek is really good of because since Derek is really good at kissing, and he has the body muscles for it. Like, whenever I see him kissing some girl, he has all the power that he could. He has all the power of hooking up with a girl and just like he knows all the tricks of picking up a girl, and he knows like a lot of that, and he's really good at it. So yeah. So the next questions are: would you rather face off with Chris Artist or Peter Hale? Well, I say Peter Hale. He's too strong. When he was the alpha in season 1, and he was too strong, too powerful. He probably just killed you back then. But Chris Artist, he's just a human being with guns and crossbows, and that's not really that strong. So he's strong, but I haven't seen him fight anyone. I haven't seen him fight with anyone. I only seen him with his weapons, and that's all. And we'll probably face off with Chris Artist, just because he may have the experience of it, but his weapons is not going to save him, because his weapons is not like werewolf claws or fans. So yeah, so I'll probably face off with Chris Artist, since I could be on Derek's side and help him fight the artist. So yeah. The next one is: would you rather live in the loft or the Hale house? Well, if the Hale house got burned down, I would live in it. But I knew it did got burned down. But I think I'll probably live in the loft, since it has a lot of space and to move around, and it just seems like a nice comfortable place to live, with a bed and a sink and a toilet and kitchen stuff. Looks like a really decent place to live. So yeah. The next one is: would you rather be best friends with Theo and Styles or Scott? I'm very sarcastic like Styles, but I'm also quite serious like Scott. So I think I'll probably be best friends with Scott, since he's like the best friend, since he has the role of a best friend, helping others and protecting them, protecting his family, protecting his friends, even his mentor. He's a really nice person, and I would like to meet him if he's alright, when he's not all when he's not a full-on werewolf, because so he wouldn't kill you, but sometimes he can't really get in control with your wolfy side. So yeah, so probably be best friends with Scott, just because you got to have a best friend like Scarce, because he's a really good best friend to Styles, and he'd do anything for him, and he just seems like it just seems like they could be brothers at some point. So yeah, and but Styles, but Scott is more like like the popular guy that gets all the girls, and always be like 1% of everything. Like I know, like in the past, his grades were like not that great, but that's only because he's only getting started with being a werewolf that he forgot about his school life. So yeah, and that's why he was failing his classes, because he was more focused on like being like, okay, I'm a werewolf now. How do I live with this? How do I live being a werewolf without like getting killed? And he was just thinking about his own life and his own body, that he forgot about his school life. So yeah, but that's not his fault. Like some people forget to put on clothes on, or some people forgot to to see what they have for breakfast, and I just think for pregnant women, they usually forget to put on the pants on sometimes. So yeah, but Scott is balancing like his school life and his own life, and it's quite hard for him. Like before, but now he has it all fixed, and now he can do anything he wants. That doesn't involve him getting killed, of course. As long as he's alive and keeping well, then everything is fine for now. So yeah. So, the other question is, would you rather have Derek as your brother or have Scott as a brother? Well, I think I would have Derek as a brother, just because being a part of the Hale family is more like being raised in Beacon Hills and being a werewolf alongside the Hale family, and protecting yourself for that long, and keeping your status as a werewolf that long, and make sure you don't get killed by my evil family member Peter Hale. I'd be fine. So yeah, as long as I have Derek behind my back with me, I'd be fine. So yeah. So the second to last question is, would you rather be an enemy to Scott or to Peter? I think I would rather be an enemy to Peter, just because everyone in Teen Wolf doesn't really like Peter, and they treat him so poorly, and they also treat him like he's like he's the villain in a storybook. And I just really think that they don't think that Peter has a heart, so they will like try to insult him, and no one actually cares that he has feelings, because even though he can't take it, he just don't like being provoked. But but he deserves to get insulted after what he did, like killing people, turning Scott into a werewolf, and other things that he should have done, like killing people. So yeah, and almost killing Lilia, so turned her into a Banshee. So yeah, I don't think that's really good to see as a human being, because no human beings do that and get away with it. They usually go to jail and pay for it. But Peter, he's a werewolf, and he couldn't really take it to court, because then you have to spell because then you'll have to like spill all the werewolf facts, and I don't think no one's going to go down that road. So yeah. So the last question is, would you rather bring back Jackson or Aiden? I think I would rather bring back Aiden, just because I would love to see. I love to see the twins reunited, and because Aiden actually died for Styles, he basically like gave his life to save Styles in a few seasons in season 3. Like he basically died to protect Styles, and I think that's worthy of being in Scott's pack. Even though they started off being enemies, even though they started off being enemies with Scott and his pack, they could easily like say like, okay. So in order for us to be in Scott's pack, we have to like die for him or die for anyone or protect one of them. So they, basically died to protect Styles, and I think that's kind of worthy of being in Scott's pack. Like if I had a pack, I would probably put Aiden in and the twins, just because they wouldn't kill you. They wouldn't. They just want an alpha to be with. So yeah, and if it's not Scott or Derek or Peter, then they'll probably go to different places around the world just to find like an alpha to be with. So yeah, so that is this video, and I hope you like it, and I'll see you next time. See ya. Love ya.